It's time to breathe again on the latest Breath of Fresh Air Shorty edition. So, I am Charles, your host for today, and I am here to talk about the situation involving Brooklyn Nets guard Kyrie Irving. I guess the team came out and said today they just won't have Kyrie Irving there in the team or with the team in any capacity. So, Kyrie, of course, is against getting the COVID vaccine, which is what this boils down to, whether or not he wants to get the vaccine. But the NBA has a tough stance on people who are not vaccinated, and the city of New York and the state of New York are pretty tough in regards to the vaccine mandate. So, what it boils down to is this: if Kyrie Irving was going to be part of the team, then he wasn't going to be able to play in any of the home games for the Nets on this upcoming season. So that's 41 out of the 82 games. That's half their games. And then I guess he could join them on the road to play. But even there, depending on what the mandates are for the visiting spots they would go to, he could or could not play in those games. So there's no telling how many games Kyrie might have missed anyway. So the team just said they're going to put their foot down and just not have Kyrie Irving part of anything when it comes to the team and their activities. So really, this isn't about the COVID vaccines. Y'all know my stance on the vaccines, on the mask mandates, all that stuff. And if y'all don't, just y'all can watch the rest of the shows because we talked about it a lot. But I'll just go ahead and I'll just say this just in case. If you want to get the shot, get the shot. If you don't, then don't. But also understand in those choices, an organization has the right to make the decisions they think is best for their employees and the customers around them. So, yes, you do have the choice to get it or not, but businesses have the choice to do what is right or what they feel is right. So just understand that. It's not that rights are getting taken away. That's not what's happening here. It's just you got to know what your freedoms are. And if you don't, then that's on you. But that's my whole stance on that, just to reset it real quick. For Kyrie, this is about more than just the vaccine mandates and how he feels about that. Him not wanting to get the vaccine, that's not an uncommon stance among Americans and people throughout the world. There are some people who just refuse to get the vaccine, and that's fine if they refuse to do so. But this is just the latest of just ridiculousness that comes from Kyrie and dealing with Kyrie. Again, it's not necessarily about the vaccine. This is just the latest stance that he has taken, or, with his views on stuff and how he interacts with other teammates. Going back to when he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers and he wanted to leave to get away from LeBron James, which again, I was with them on that. I could understand where it could get a little bit nerve wracking playing with LeBron because you're not really playing with LeBron. You're pretty much playing for LeBron. And if Kyrie thinks he can go and make a mark elsewhere, by all means, he should have pursued it. But he did, and it didn't work out. He was basically a malcontent, just toxic teammate with his Boston Celtics teammates when he was there in Boston. And he's not doing much better as a teammate of the Nets. So it's just the latest of just stuff that continues with Kyrie. And I know he is threatened to retire. Look, here's how I feel about this. That's this is the overreaching, excuse me, the overarching thought that is going to ride with this shorty. Kyrie Irving is an awesome, awesome talent. He's a great offensive player, no doubt about it. But he is not worth all the trouble that he continues to cause. Now, it just happens to be the vaccine mandate, which is a hot button topic in this nation and will probably be a hot button topic for I don't know how much longer, but a good while. This isn't going anywhere. But with everything that comes with all the mess. I mean, the talent at this point, it's not outweighing all the headaches he is causing. So honestly, if he goes ahead and says he's going to retire, then bye Kyrie, good riddance. I'm not going to miss you, and I'm sure a lot of other people aren't going to miss you either. And it's sad because, again, he's a phenomenal offensive player, a phenomenal talent, one of the best finishers around the rim I have ever seen, including all the big men out there who have done it past and present. His handle, the ball handles are not, I mean, they are about as good as I have seen as well. You guys know I am partial to Allen Iverson when it comes to the handles, but Kyrie Irving is right there. He is a phenomenal offensive player, but he is a headache, and he is proven to be a malcontent. He is proven to be a toxic teammate, and he has continued to just alienate things that, like, he's just a headache. So if he does retire, I'm not gonna miss him. Go ahead, go away, Kyrie. That nobody's really gonna miss you. The league is gonna carry on without you. The Nets are gonna carry on without you. And when you think about the moves they made, especially that one in particular to get James Harden, it might start to make more and more sense. Just simply because in getting James Harden, we know that's a ridiculous offensive trio you have there with Harden and Irving and Kevin Durant. But maybe they got James Harden because they know, just like what we've been talking about, that Kyrie Irving changes within the day. He can be there and then the next day he's not there. He can say he's all in and then the next day be gone and not show up for 2 or 3 weeks. So you can't have that consistency. The team has to do what they feel is right as well. And they can't have that inconsistency with one of their best players. So if he does go, if he does retire, well, you got James Harden there. Now, in the Nets case, hopefully those all those guys stay healthy, and then we can see what they can be with all those guys healthy. A lot of people think it's title or bust. I mean, the expectations, they are title or bust. I personally don't think they can get there. It's just too much offensive talent there. Well, okay, you can never have enough offensive talent, but there's only one basketball. So there's no telling how that's going to work out, and I don't think they're good defensively either. But getting James Harden there now starts to make a little bit more sense when you consider what you have in Kyrie Irving and the headache he provides. So if he is there and he decides to get vaccinated, good. If not, and he goes ahead and gets and decides he's going to retire, then good. Like I said, I wouldn't miss him. I mean, he's not on the court a whole bunch anyway. He's always hurt. So, look, if he is going to just sit it out, then let him sit out. Still got to play the season, and the Nets, I think, honestly, will be probably better off without Kyrie Irving not there, or without Kyrie Irving being there. They'll be better off. Mark my words on that one. Well, that will do it for this shorty. Y'all make sure y'all go to the Breath of Fresh Air YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button, and keep the likes coming on the Breath of Fresh Air Facebook page. There will be a live webcast tonight. Make sure you guys check it out and go ahead, interact with us, leave those comments, good, bad, or indifferent. We will respond and we will have fun with them. Until then, y'all take care and have a good Tuesday afternoon.